Have you ever wondered who the most powerful person in the world is? Today, many would point to one man, Xi Jinping, the leader of the People's Republic of China. His story is a fascinating journey from a disgraced family to the pinnacle of global power. Let's dive into the rise of the man who is shaping the 21st century. Xi Jinping was born in 1953, not into a simple family, but as a princeling, the son of Xi Jinping, a revolutionary hero who fought alongside Mao Zedong. You might think this set him up for an easy life, but the political winds in China are notoriously unpredictable. During the chaos of the Cultural Revolution, his father was purged, and the family was torn apart. Young Xi Jinping was sent to a rural village in Liangjiahe for 7 years of hard labor. He lived in a cave dwelling, enduring fleas, hard work, and hunger. This experience, he later claimed, was formative. It didn't break him. It forged his determination and gave him a first-hand look at the struggles of rural Chinese people. After this trial by fire, Xi's political journey began. He joined the Communist Party in the early 1970s and started a slow, methodical climb through the ranks. He wasn't a flashy, charismatic figure, but was seen as pragmatic and diligent. He held positions in Hebei, then moved to the coastal provinces of Fujian and Zhejiang. In these roles, he focused on what mattered most to China at the time: economic development. He was known for being pro-business and for his early efforts to tackle corruption, which earned him a reputation as a steady hand. For decades, he moved up, step by step, carefully building his network and avoiding the political landmines that had destroyed his father's career. The year 2012 marked the turning point. Xi Jinping became the General Secretary of the Communist Party, and a year later, the President of China. The world watched, wondering what kind of leader he would be. Would he be a reformer, a consensus builder, like his predecessors? The answer came swiftly and decisively. No. Xi quickly consolidated power on a scale not seen since Mao Zedong himself. He centralized authority, placing himself at the head of numerous powerful committees governing everything from the economy to national security. Then, in 2018, he made a move that sent shockwaves across the globe. He abolished the 2-term limit for the presidency, effectively paving the way for him to rule for life. To cement his authority ideologically, Xi Jinping Thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era was written into the party's constitution. This wasn't just a political slogan. It was a declaration that his vision would be the guiding principle for China's future. He had become the undisputed core of the party and the nation. Domestically, Xi launched his signature policies with immense force. The most famous is his sweeping anti-corruption campaign. It was described as a war against both tigers and flies, meaning high officials and petty bureaucrats alike. Millions of officials were investigated, and many powerful figures were taken down. While popular with the public, critics argued it was also a convenient way to eliminate political rivals and consolidate his grip on power. Alongside this, he promoted the idea of common prosperity, a push to reduce the vast wealth gap that had emerged during China's economic boom. This involved reining in some of the country's biggest tech and real estate giants. He also poured massive state investment into advanced technology, aiming for China to become a world leader in fields like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and semiconductors. However, this push for control came at a cost to personal freedoms. Xi's era has seen a dramatic expansion of state surveillance. A vast network of cameras, facial recognition technology, and digital monitoring systems, often dubbed Skynet, covers the nation. Control over the internet and media has been tightened to an unprecedented degree. The Great Firewall became even more impenetrable, and any form of dissent or criticism is quickly silenced. Civil liberties have been significantly curtailed as the party's control over society has deepened. On the world stage, Xi has been equally bold. He abandoned the previous strategy of hiding our strength and biding our time. Instead, he launched the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI. This is one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in history, a modern-day Silk Road of ports, railways, and pipelines designed to connect China with the world. It's a tool for expanding China's economic influence, but also its political and strategic reach, as countries become more reliant on Chinese investment. But his foreign policy has also drawn sharp international condemnation. The treatment of the Uyghur Muslim minority in Xinjiang has been labeled a genocide by several countries. Reports of mass internment in re-education camps, forced labor, and forced sterilization have led to sanctions and widespread outrage. In Hong Kong, a new national security law effectively dismantled the one country, two systems framework that had guaranteed the city's freedoms. Pro-democracy movements were crushed, and the city's autonomy was eroded. She has also taken a much more assertive, or what some call aggressive, stance on territorial disputes. He has repeatedly stated that the reunification of Taiwan is a historical inevitability and has not ruled out the use of force. In the South China Sea, China has built artificial islands and fortified them with military installations, claiming vast swaths of the strategically vital waterway, much to the anger of its neighbors in the United States. Of course, Xi's leadership has faced immense challenges. The initial handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, which originated in Wuhan, drew criticism both at home and abroad. The subsequent zero-COVID policy, with its harsh and prolonged lockdowns, led to rare public protests and took a heavy toll on the economy. At the same time, his tenure has been defined by a growing rivalry with the United States. This economic Cold War has involved trade tariffs, technology bans, and a fierce competition for global influence. Through it all, Xi Jinping remains firmly in control. He has successfully navigated internal party politics, weathered international storms, and positioned China as a superpower ready to challenge the US-led global order. His story is not just the biography of a man, it's the story of a nation at a crossroads, led by a leader with a powerful and uncompromising vision for the future. Whether that future leads to greater prosperity or greater conflict is the question that will define our times. Thanks for watching. If you found this dive into one of the world's most powerful leaders interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss our next video. See you next time.